Area. Good afternoon, world. Good afternoon to you, wherever you're listening to or watching us from this afternoon. Welcome to the number one station that gives you a voice. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. You are now tuned into Matters, where we discuss, dissect, and analyze the issues that concern you and the issues that concern me. Today we'll be talking about a whole lot of issues. My name is Chioma Innocent. I'm your host for today, and I'm not alone in the studios.
My name is Anna Abrumi, and I welcome you to Matters today. From the streets of Lagos to the office in Abuja, and every local community in between, this is where Nigeria comes to catch up, speak up, and stay informed. Remember that as the conversation progresses, you have the golden opportunity to call in and air in your waves.
Now on Matters, we'll bring you facts, perspective, and straight talk on the stories shaping our nation today, from governance and policy to the pulse on the streets. We're here to connect the dots. It's midday, it's Nigeria, and it's time for a real conversation. Let's introduce today's topics.
Today, we'll be comparing the Nigeria economy when Buhari was in power and now. What's the difference, and where has the policies of this administration led us? Has there been any improvement so far? Also, following the Lagos government election in Lagos on July 12th and some of the things our reporter witnessed, we have asked, why do some Nigerians sell their votes, and why do politicians give money and food only during elections time?
Well, we won't be discussing this alone. We have with us in the studio veteran journalist and political affairs analyst, Mr. Dele Faniwo. Good afternoon, Mr. Faniwa. Welcome to conversation. Do you know why I'm laughing?
Not a veteran, you know.
You're not a veteran.
I'm just a small boy. I've just spent about 37 years.
Mr. Faniwa, don't be saying this thing. If 37 years and you are not a veteran, what should we say? Legend.
Let me reach 40
before we can ascribe veteran to you.
Yes.
Do you know why I'm laughing? The last time we had a conversation, I know the kind of comments that we were getting. People that were saying that you have been paid by the current administration, and you're asking them,
expecting the money.
When you get it, you promise right here on air, on your honor, you give me just 2%.
As a matter of fact, you can bring Bible. I'm
not greedy. I said anything you collect, just give me 2%.
2%. Thank God you are not asking for 20%.
I'm not God. I can't even ask for 10%. Anyway, thank you for joining us this afternoon, Mr. Dele.
It's always my pleasure.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us, sir. Let us start with the comparison of Buhari administration and the current administration of President Tinubu. A lot of Nigerians say they expected more from Buhari as president. In what areas would you say he succeeded, and what areas did he fail?
It's a tall order, and I hope they won't tell me that the spirit of Buhari, just like the spirit of Abacha, has not stopped bringing money to Nigerians. That they won't say that the spirit of Buhari has brought money for me. That's why I'm saying this. But let me be frank with you. It's a mixed bag. Buhari's tenure as president of this country is a mixed bag. Now, you see, when Buhari came, everybody was expecting so much from somebody who has this integrity tag on him, somebody who appears to be Mr. No Nonsense, and because we had seen a snippet of what he could do between 1984 and 85, when the military government came into being, and he was the head of state, supported by his chief of staff, Supreme Headquarters, Major General Tunde Idiagbon, you know. So he came in with a lot of things, and so we were expecting that already people were saying that enough of Jonathan's era. Some called him clueless president. Some felt that it was too soft to be a president at that time, particularly when insecurity was all over the place, bombings, suicide bombings, killings, kidnapping, and all that. So when he came, the first thing that we were expecting was for him to bring down these Boko Haram elements and some other things. other elements that are not state actors that are threatening the continued existence of Nigeria. But unfortunately, he faltered on that level. Insecurity became so bad that at some point people were questioning if it was truly the general we used to know. Because during Matasisne riot, it was the GOC, and he chased those elements beyond Nigeria to the border countries of Chad and Niger. So we were expecting a repeat of that, but unfortunately, we didn't see that happen during his 8-year tenure. And he also had a supposed soft spot for Boko Haram elements, because there was a time he said, an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on my people. And that, of course, will boost the morale of the non-state actors. So, on the level of security, it didn't do much. And on economy, Buhari did us a lot of harm by just putting powder on a festering sore. And what do I mean? At that point, Buhari knew that what he was doing, in concert with some other people in his government, those things were not sustainable. We had the parallel market dictating the strength of the naira, and we have dual exchange rate, such that people were getting dollars as low as 260 naira to $1, and across the street they sell as much as $700. So some people were just idle. They were just sitting pretty well in some of those 4-5-star hotels in Abuja, and they were creaming off Nigerians' resources through that. Then the issue of subsidy, it was very, very tough. People were doing all sort of things about subsidy. People will come, bring in empty vessels, write papers, collect money on subsidy. You recall that Amadu Ali, his son, was recently jailed for such, So there was nobody to even rein in all these elements in the country. So the country was hemorrhaging, bleeding profusely, that we were almost in a state of coma. Now, let's go to NNPC. NNPC, for 8 years, there was no audit, not to talk of forensic audit in that sector. And the result is what we just heard recently, that 211 trillion cannot be accounted for in NNPC. And that dates back to his years as president and Minister of Petroleum Resources. It was that bad. Now, let's flip to the other side.
Before we flip to the other side,
which is the best he could do.
Before we flip to the other side, Mr. Fanimo, here's the question. He served as Federal Commissioner of Petroleum, which is what we now call Minister. And when he was also president, he served as
2.8 billion was missing. And up to now, we couldn't recover it.
Right? And now we're talking about 21 trillion missing from NNPC, 18 billion spent on turnaround maintenance, refinery sold to Dangote and returned. When he saw it was what I ordered versus what I got. It's just, there's just a whole lot of... See, I can't even find the words to use for it. But why is it that the people around him could not say, hand this over to someone who knows what to do about this particular sector? Up to now, our refineries are not working. Even after 8 years of Buhari, the petroleum industry came out to pen a long letter, a long tribute to him, saying, he facilitated a lot of changes in the petroleum sector. He signed the Petroleum Industry Act bill, the PIA, all of this. In the midst of all of this, to the average Nigerian who doesn't understand all this grammar, the fact that they are buying fuel for 950 naira shows that there were failures on the part of successive administrations, not just Buhari.
You see, don't lump everything up. The fact that we are buying petroleum at the prevailing price is not as a result of huge corruption in the NNPCL. What we are saying is How could you, even in a private sector, you are bound, you are duty bound. If you run a company and it's an ongoing concern, every end of the year, you're supposed to do auditing and you file returns to the Federal Inland Revenue Service. You also file returns to CAC, but this is a behemoth. And it is one corporation that you just find out that nobody answers to anybody. The organization is so top heavy, and most of these people that are at the top are not doing anything specifically, because how could you, if not because it is the state that owns an NPC, would you invest your money year in, year out in a company where nobody is giving you return on investment, and yet you have people that are earning as much as 25 million naira monthly? The least paid worker in NNPC earns more than a director in the Federal Civil Service.
What are they working on? That's the question.
That's what I'm saying. They are not producing anything. We keep
paying workers. We don't even know the for doing nothing of the NNPC. And I keep going back to Mele Kyari, who kept getting invited then, saying, "Oh, when it's time, I will speak." Has the time not come for him to speak?
You see, they only gave Mele Kyari an opportunity to escape and enjoy his loot. Because if it were to be a saner climb, they won't allow Mele Kyari to travel out of this country, because he has to explain certain things. Now he's cooling his heels, maybe in any Asian country that is beyond our reach, and then you are saying that Ojulari that just came in less than 6 months ago should come and answer charges. Well, it is normal, because it's vicarious liability and government is a continuum. So he would have to come and explain what he meant on ground. How much of auditing did he meet on ground? How much is missing? How much has been recouped since he came into office? And that will lead us to who are the active players in those years when this money developed wings. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, Buhari dealt a deadly blow on Nigerians. And unfortunately, some people were saying, when this man was coming in, I saw through his game. And I told everybody, I said, this man, number one, is a religious bigot. Two, is an ethnic irredentist. Three, most of his actions and reasons for coming back was to avenge what they did to him when they overthrew him. You recall that Dasuki and two other majors, I think Gwadabe and Dangiwa, that is in Kaduna now. These are the people that went to arrest him and put him on house arrest. So as soon as he came back, the first person he lashed on was Sambo Dasuki, the National Security Advisor under Jonathan. So it was like a return of the devil in our political space. But unfortunately, they gave him makeup, they did foundation, they did decking, they did the roofing, and they panabited him and gave us a Buhari that is an unrepentant person when it comes to being a religious
Mr. Fatima, one question I keep asking is, a lot of the people who campaigned for Buhari towards the 2015 elections, they experienced his administration as a military head of state. What was it he did that time? Because many of us were young in 2015. Many of us, we were not up to the age of voting in 2015. So it was what we saw our parents doing. People we saw our parents and those elderly ones around us campaigning for would say, oh, maybe there's something about this person that we do not understand. There's something they've done before that these people want them to replicate with a civilian government. What was it he did as a military head of state that they wanted him to replicate in 2015 that he did not?
You see, the unfortunate thing is that the powerhouse behind Buhari in 1984-85 was Tunde Idiagbon. And that was why they knew that if Tunde Idiagbon was to be around when Babangida and his cohorts were trying to overthrow Buhari, Buhari knew that they were going to overthrow him He was helpless because they lured Tunde Idiagbon out of this country and he went on holy pilgrimage to Mecca. That was when they were able to shove him aside and Buhari came in. So that is to tell you that Tunde Idiagbon was the force behind that administration at that time, and everybody feared Tunde Idiagbon more than Buhari. And when it comes to intelligence, Tunde Idiagbon was more intelligent than Buhari. So they forgot. But because those who are packaging him knew why they were packaging him at that time, because they needed him to serve out the northern 8 years so that the thing can come back to the south. And the person that knew that he was going to maximally reap from those games eventually became the president, which is Tinubu. So it wasn't as if Buhari was packaged for him to make any monumental change in our political, economic, social lives. But they needed him as a buffer. And they succeeded in doing that, packaging him. I was of voting age in 2015. But I knew.
Of course, you were Mr. Fanimo. That was just 10 years ago. If you voted in 2015, then
I didn't vote.
Okay, you didn't vote in 2015, but
in fact, the only time I voted in my life was 1993.
No.
Then I was still a budding reporter that I could still excuse myself to vote. But by the time we came back in 1999, I was a middle level officer in the newsroom. So there was no way I could leave my job to vote. And by 2003, I was already at the middle level, stabilizing the newsroom. By 2027, I was notching up to management. And once you get to that level, you can hardly leave the newsroom. And in some cases, you may have to even be on the field to supervise your reporters and correspondents. And if you are not on the field to supervise your correspondents and your reporters, you'll be in the situation room, in the newsroom, calling all your reporters, your correspondents across the states and even elsewhere to make sure that you get everything you needed to publish the following day about the election. So at no time did I have the time to vote. But then, to the extent that I could tell people, I told them then, I said, you are bringing disaster into the country. This was a Buhari that in all the records, if you look, even as young as you are, get Buhari's photograph in a military uniform, you will know what I'm talking about. Not many civilians understand what I'm saying. You see, on the chest of a military man, you see medals, especially during ceremonial outfits. You see medals. Those medals are not decoration. Those were what they earned in the course of doing their job. And some schools you attend in your military career, if you pass, you get the medal. Like National War College, which is now National Defense College, like NIPS, Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, and some other training, you get medals. But I have not seen, and I'm yet to be contradicted, one in the chest of Buhari, even as a major general.
Let me ask what some will consider to be a tricky question. President Bola Tinubu said he would continue from where Buhari stopped, right? And quite a number of Nigerians consider Buhari not to. They saw him as someone who was packaged, presented to Nigerians, but what was in the package was not what the people were expecting. In what areas would you say Buhari failed? President Tinubu is succeeding now. In what area would you say former President Buhari succeeded that President Tinubu seems to be failing now?
It's not a tricky question per se. It's a direct question that one can talk about. You see, if you must rule this country, you must take, and not even ruling this country, if you find yourself in management, in leadership, you are not there for popularity contest. You are there to do a job. And in the course of doing that job, you must step on toes. As a media executive, I've experienced that several times, that you have to take hard decisions that may not pay at the short run, but will pay at the long run. I recall when I was in the media organization leadership as the CEO, I knew that some people were idle, but nobody had the guts to shove them aside. But I told my chairman then, later in Isaiah, I said, sir, we can't continue to carry this load. He said, Dele, I've given you all the powers. Go ahead and do whatever you feel you want to do. Just make sure that it is something that will not rock the boat. I said, it won't rock the boat. And I took out 57 people in one day out of the organization. And the organization was lighter, and we were doing the job better than when those people were around, because they were playing more of politics than doing the job. That's just one example. Now, Buhari was not in control. May God bless his soul, my former boss, Samunda Isaiah. You know what he told me when one day I went to his house? I said, Chairman, I don't really understand what is going on. This was the Buhari that you packaged for us. You are one of those people that packaged him. He said, Dele, I am not comfortable with what is going on. But the point is, some people had overtaken and took charge and taken charge of this administration. He even told me that sometimes when Abba Kyari gets to Buhari, all he needs to do is just pick his file and put it on his armpit and begin to tell Buhari what is contained in this file. And once Buhari nods, that's an approval.
Is that say that he was incapacitated, or he just wasn't interested in what was happening in the country?
Probably because of old age. Probably because of the magnitude of the job. Because as a president, you read memos, you read security reports, you answer so many things at the same time.
So it can get overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming if you are not prepared.
Isn't that an argument for, because we've talked about it on This Is Matters, right? So we talk about a whole lot of different issues. There was time we talked about, should our presidents not be anything more than 50? So we know that we are having people who are not just intellectually savvy, but are capable of, at that time,
the strength to carry on.
Africa, we have leaders 70-something, 80-something, 90-something. Paul Biya wants to go for 8th term at the age of 92. You know, they tire. Even the physical body it gets dilapidated at a point. One can only think at some point. You cannot really have the mental acuity. Nigeria is a nation of over 200 million people. Yes, it's different when you are the Olori Ebi in your family. No matter how big your extended family is, they're not reach 200 million people. So why would we have people who cannot even take care of their own physical bodies running the affairs of Nigerians? And we have people telling us, we don't need the body, we need the brain. But if the brain and the body have shrunk.
Let me tell you. I'll give you an analogy that would rest this case. You see, when Oyibo said managers should earn better than messenger, they knew what they were talking about. In terms of physical output, the messenger does more than the manager. But in terms of intellectual output, the manager does more than the messenger. Then in football, when you retire from active football, you retire into coaching. And at that moment, it's more of reading the match correctly, knowing the player to field, know the player not to field, and all that. So what we are saying is, if you are saying that, you see, it's one thing to prepare for governance, and it's another one to want power at all costs for power's sake. Now, would you compare Trump with a Buhari? No. Even as bad as Joe Biden is, would you compare him with a Buhari? What we are saying is, these are people that were drilled, we have seen their trajectory, their contributions along their path to success and to the height of their career, political career. But unfortunately here in Nigeria, if somebody went for a course as a middle level officer, and the only certificate that person brought to Nigeria was, this officer is untrainable, from captain to major. You understand what I'm saying? And then that suddenly, that particular person that they said in faraway Russia that they said this officer is untrainable, later became a general in Nigeria and became head of state before he died. I'm referring to Abacha. Now, would you blame the man that wrote that this officer is untrainable, or you blame the system that threw up that man, whereas intelligent officers who came out of NDA with sword of honor as overall best students, they don't rise more than colonel. And yet, the ones that are untrainable are the generals. So you can see the lopsidedness. So it is not, I also believe that it's not all about age. If you want to talk about people that came into
it's not about age, but there is a point where somebody gets to,
look,
and they just have to rest. There is a point
was not even up
your
to
doctor
40.
will tell you, Baba, don't. Yaya Bello is just one person. Yaya Bello is just one youth out of millions of youths in Nigeria. But if we look at all people that have been ruling us as president, you know what, Anna, I want you to speak on this because she's Gen Z. Do you think that our presidents in Nigeria should be younger? At least, maybe not more than 50. So that we know that we are not dealing with people who are not like fully healthy, both mentally and physically.
Accept what you just said.
Okay, so what's your reason?
Because even if they are young, that does not mean they are going to like control or be able to
do things properly.
Because even the Gen Z, we ourselves, we are. Sorry, I don't even know how to put it, but.
So you feel that these older people have more experience?
I won't say that, but yes.
So what if we bring in younger people? Like, I mean, like 40, 50 to be president. They will not be traveling abroad for health checkup.
That's a lie. They are going to do that. They are still.
So you feel that as long as the person is a politician, their age doesn't matter. They will still not. They will still not treat the country right.
If they want to treat us right, they will treat us right. It's not about
whether young or old.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Fanimo,
yes,
let's talk about insecurity and how Buhari handled it, how Tinubu is handling it right now. We know that we can't say maybe let's even start from the time of Jonathan, the abduction of the Chibok girls. We can't say, oh, it was his fault or he looked away and allowed those girls to be abducted. We see how that situation played out. We've seen the different massacres in different areas of the northeast, of the middle belt. Insecurity has been rife in Nigeria from the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan to the administration of now late former President Muhammadu Buhari up to this administration. What would you say was really the genesis?
You see, the person that should have
insecurity.
Let me tell you, the person that should have done a thorough job. The person that would have done a thorough job about this festering insecurity that would have nipped insecurity in the bud was Obasanjo.
Was Obasanjo? Not even Buhari, the military man?
No. You see, Obasanjo misread the situation. And those who were his security chiefs misread the situation. And perhaps, maybe, the way they were fed with security reports. If Obasanjo had taken decisive action on these elements, the same way he took decisive action in Sango Kataf and Odi, perhaps we won't have this problem we have today. From the latter days of Obasanjo, we had pockets of all these things surging. And you recall that those guys were already in the forests allocated by Borno State government right from the days of what's this man? Is it Mama Kachala, who was then governor of Borno? But unfortunately, they misled Obasanjo, because an Obasanjo that I knew wouldn't have allowed that thing to fester if they had given him the right security report, because he was in the know at some point. But the information they fed him was that, look, these are people that are a religious sect with good intention, trying to propagate their religion. As a matter of fact, Yusuf was a commissioner in that cabinet. It was when he had gathered enough people in that forest. That government gave him that swat of land. So if the security report had clearly shown that these guys are likely to be elements that will bring trouble to Nigeria, I bet you Obasanjo would have routed them. Now, Yar'Adua inherited them, and because of his ailment, he couldn't take charge properly before he died. He spent about 109 days out of 2 years. That's almost half. I mean, that's almost maybe about 30% of his 2 years abroad, taking care of his health. So Jonathan came. Jonathan was not prepared for presidency. He didn't understand.
He wasn't
the dynamics.
So he was just thrust into the limelight after the demise of former President Buhari Allegedly.
Providence took him there. He rose from deputy governor. In fact, as a matter of fact, if not for the bickering in PDP, then there was no way Jonathan would have emerged as deputy governor, because he was sitting quietly in his house as a lecturer when they went to pick him. And so from there, Alamisia messed up, and it was apparent that Alamisia had to go, and then Jonathan stepped in as governor. And when Obasanjo knew that he wanted somebody that is pliant, that will not give Yar'Adua problems, he chose Jonathan against Odili and the rest of them. And so he was not prepared for that office.
All right.
And so he doesn't understand the dynamics of that office. And that was why he also was afraid of the military.
You know, because
he was just watching his back,
okay,
while a lot of things were going on. So at a point, he became rudderless. He didn't know what to do. And that was how those guys took over completely. And they were almost encircling the country. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the issues. But unfortunately, we didn't see it coming to this point. And by the time we realized it, politics came into it. I recall that this same Buhari that we're talking about, I was a state editor of a national newspaper when he came with Ahmed Joda and Marwa, this NDLA chairman, former Lagos State governor, to come and harass the sitting governor of Oyo State. Then, Lamadishino, I think it was 2001, that your people are killing my people. And what was the fraction? Documented 238 farmers were killed by Fulani herdsmen in their farms just because they were resisting them. Because of that, these people regrouped and said, we need to check these people. And they killed only 2 Fulani herdsmen.
When a life is lost, you can't say only.
Okay,
because
what
life
is the
is
fraction
sacrosanct.
of 238 to 2?
Yes, we know that it is a great fraction.
What I'm saying is that it was not enough for him to come and harass a sitting governor. That what are you looking at? That your people are killing my people. Somebody who had ruled this country as military head of state, and who was federal commissioner,
so at the end of the day, whose fault is it that Nigeria keeps suffering insecurity up to this moment?
It is the fault of Obasanjo, primarily.
Primarily the fault of Obasanjo. And so
then
successive
at the secondary level,
who did not tackle
we submitted to the military background of Buhari.
But he also wasn't able to erase it.
He also failed.
Okay, we want to move on to our next topic, right? Because of our time, and so that we can also open the phone lines. But before we move on to that, you know, there's this development where a lot of people were saying, oh, Peter Obi did not go for Buhari's burial. How could he do that? You know, why wouldn't he go there? A lot of people were actually vilifying him. But pictures have actually emerged showing that he visited Daura to condole with Buhari's family. So even if, you know, people didn't see him by the graveside, you can actually see him pictured with El Rufai sitting with the family and expressing his condolences. You can also see Tanko Yunusa, the Director General of the Obedient Movement, in this. No, Tanko Yunusa, yes, Yunusa Tanko, yes, Obedient Director General worldwide, actually also as part of the delegation that went to pay their respect to the family of the deceased, the late President Muhammadu Buhari. But I mean, the North, they say over and over again, a lot of people say Peter Obi is not who he thinks he is. He's always trying to insert himself into situations where he's not needed. Then what? These same people also saying that why couldn't he go for the burial? I need you to answer this in just 1 or 2 minutes so that we can talk about
Can you really satisfy the Homo sapien?
Okay.
No. You can't.
There's one Yoruba song, but I don't want to.
Okay. So you can't satisfy.
I need to give myself a Yoruba name.
Especially, don't worry. Omawale will be appropriate.
Does it mean I want something that has money
money?
Yes, I have that. Something that has money or wealth. Okay. Something like or last something.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Thank you. We are continuing.
So as I was saying, you see, there's nothing you want to do, especially in this political era that is the whole politics is getting heated, that people will not ascribe. Do you know that some people are saying that Buhari's wife, Aisha, had something against Buhari? That's why she didn't fly with the aircraft that brought the husband's body.
So it's just conspiracy theories.
It's all conspiracy theories. For me, even if Peter Obi was not there, Buhari was not Peter Obi's godfather. Buhari was not in the same party. I can't even remember Buhari and Peter Obi being in the same party. Peter Obi was never in CPC. He was not in ANPP. So the only connection is that Peter Obi has aspired to be president of Nigeria.
So he should be paying respect to former president.
He should pay respect. And it's not compulsory that he must be at the graveside. It's not compulsory. He could as well allow the crowd to go and then privately and quietly visit the wife and the children of Buhari.
Which seems to be
family.
Which seems to be what has happened.
So how will you now blame him for doing that?
Okay, 2027 is around the corner. Political permutations and machinations are in full gear. A lot of people say the Labour Party, the Young Progressives Party, quite a number of parties, I can't remember all of them right now, have challenged the conduct and the outcome of the Lagos local government elections that held on July 12th. It will be like this has passed. Why are we still talking about it? Today is the day that the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission is supposed to present certificates of return to all the 56 people who won under the platform of the APC.
56 or 57?
No, one person won PDP in Yaba. So under the umbrella of the PDP.
No. That's not 57 chairman.
57
only one.
50 yes, to the 57. Yes,
that
you're
one
correct.
Is a councillor.
You're correct. 57. Lasiak is supposed to present 57 certificates of return to everybody who won. 56 won under the platform of the APC, and one councillor.
No, you don't.
20 chairman won under APC.
Let me explain to you.
Councillors won under APC, and one councillor won under PDP.
There was no chairman that won under PDP.
One councillor won under PDP. 36 councillors won under APC.
No,
and all the 20 local government chairmen won under APC.
There are over 376 councillors. Only one councillor won. In each local government, you have nothing less than 7 to 9 councillors.
Okay.
So
only one
councillor.
PDP.
But chairmanship was swept by APC.
No problem. What I'm saying now is some parties have come together to reject in totality the outcome of that election and the conduct of the election. Okay, so now what we're looking at is some reports that we got on the field. I think it was Monday when I was on Matters. I actually played some of this, so I want us to actually take a listen to some of the people who were at the polling units, and also the technical team will be putting this up on YouTube. We're streaming live on YouTube. Pardon me for not letting you know that before now. We're streaming live on YouTube, VOP 903 FM. Everyone who's watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. To those who are arguing on the comment section as well.
They have started firing me.
No worry, don't be me that they fire this time. Now me that they fire this time around. Make no quarrel. Vraiment, Jagaban has already won. No wahala now. Why they quarrel? You don't need to quarrel. Okay, it's okay. Don't fight. Anyway, we'll be putting some videos up on the screen. Mr. Fanimo, yes. They share meats, raw meats for polling units. They share pounded yam. When last did you eat pounded yam?
That's a delicacy for every weekend.
Why are you not? Oh, you are lucky. pounded yam.
I don't even eat pounded yam outside.
Fried rice.
Because nobody can do it better than my
Jollof rice. Leave love matter. We're talking national matter. You're talking love.
No go talk
we'll talk about that one later, Mr. Manimo. If you want to pick up, people want to get to the conversation. What do you want single people like us to do? Do you want us to be jealous?
Get married and begin to pound yam.
If I get married, he will pound yam for me. Myself no small. Hey, I myself make a chop pounded yam, but that's not where we're going. Let's not try to make light of this situation.
There is nothing we will make light of.
So that we will laugh, so that we will not be angry, make frustration, no finish us.
Because I can't be depressed over another person's matter.
How can security, like, the guy where the matter go reach, you go just be speechless. They were sharing beef. As in, they kill cow, they cut and put them for basin. Carry and come polling you, they share.
Yes.
You vote, you collect. 2 derica of rice and 1 kg of, and maybe a half kg of beef. You vote, you collect. Technical, that video should be showing on YouTube by now. But I also want to play that out so that people can hear. This is an elderly woman talking about Yoruba, so you definitely understand everything that she said, Mr. Fanimo. Let's take a listen to this.
ABC Buhari Allegedly Exposed. Ìbò lọ dáadáa, kò dẹ̀ síjà, kò sí nǹkan kan, gbogbo wa wà dáadáa, ọ̀dẹ̀ tọ́jú wa wà àgbàlagbà bẹ̀ gan. Tẹ́bá rí ohun tó ṣe fún wa, ó tún yà wá lẹ́nu sí ìtọ́ máa ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. So agbádùn bó ṣe ṣe, tẹ́ bá ń ṣe báyìí lọ, ẹni tí ò lè rìn gbà jáde torí èmi ẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì ń dùn mí. Ṣùgbọ́n bí mo ṣe gbọ́ bó ṣe ṣe, òun ni mo ṣe wá pálápálá jáde tí wá dìbò.
She goes on to say everything that they were giving, from pounded yam to fried rice to jollof rice. Oh my enjoyment!
Wọ́n wà dáadáa, wọ́n ní peace. Tó ṣe fún wa ní pé wọ́n fún wa lóúnjẹ, wọ́n fún wa ní minerals, wọ́n fún wa bottle water. Táwọn èèyàn fẹ́ wọ́n fún wọn, but kò sẹ́ni tó mu tí ń bẹ̀ ọ̀kọ́ máa fọtí da nǹkan rú o. Kò tẹ́ tó mu tí minerals ó ń lọ oúnjẹ náà ládùúgbò ti wá o. Balógun oúnjẹ tó bá fẹ́ lọ ń ṣe fún ẹ, wọ́n gúnyán, wọ́n ro sẹ̀mù, jollof rice, fried rice, ẹ̀dìyẹ, ohun tó fi tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn nìyẹn. Àwọn tajà gbàlagbà wọ́n ṣe ẹja àti ọkàn fún wa.
They even share crab. Oh my God.
Now,
I was reading the translation to this thing, and sometimes you laugh so that you don't cry. She said they share chicken, they share fish, they share crab.
Yes.
When last I know you eat pounded yam every weekend. When last did you eat crab?
Have you forgotten that I have an attachment with Lagos Island?
They even share crab. Then there's this other video. They're sharing.
My mother was partly from Ekpe, so I understand all those things.
The security agents that were there, like, they just sat down. This particular woman that's talking, behind her, you can see a policeman. He just turned his back to her. He faced another place.
Nobody is threatening the polling booth.
Guess what?
Nobody is threatening the ballot box.
Guess what? From other reports, we're also hearing that polling unit agents of other parties were also collecting the rights
Before Uncle?
to eat.
Yes, now.
Some people were sharing 3,000. Why do Nigerians sell their votes? Why do we sell our votes?
You have only answered the questions that I've asked several times here. That how much of trust can you place on the average voter in Nigeria that they will vote according to their conscience? This is 3,000. And the local government chairman will spend 4 years. Divide 3,000 to 4 years. Let's assume they ate a plate of food at 5,000, making 8,000. It's not even up to 10,000. 8,000 in 4 years, that is 2,000 per year. And 2,000 divided by 12, you are not getting up to 150. And so 150 in a month, divided, that's 5 naira a day. Is that what an average voter that sat there that day to eat and collect 3,000, is that what is worth, or she is worth? That is what I am telling you, that as long as poverty continues to be a strong weapon in our political space, you cannot get the right people to emerge. It is those who have the war chest that will continue to be in leadership in Nigeria. And even when they have their war chest, they are not coming there to serve, because politics is a big business. If you invest 1 billion, you want to make 20 billion before you leave that office, so that you can increase the 1 billion you shared the last time to maybe 2, 3, 5 billion the next time. So the more you stay in government, the bigger your stake. And that's what's going to happen, and that's what will happen. Then on the local government, I recall that I said it, either on TV or radio, that look, like it or not, I've not seen a state that a sitting governor will lose local government election. Having appointed the SIEC, chairman, commissioners, and the rest of the board in their state independent electoral commission. And the only exception up to today that I've found is in Rivers, Akwa Ibom State, where somebody won an election by over 6,000 votes as against less than 700 votes of the loser. And overnight, they turned the table and declare the 700 winner over 6,000. And what was the explanation? We cannot come here to disgrace our mentor, our Oga, Akpabio. And that's why we have to give him that local government. So, and that person that his election was upturned probably would have been settled. And that's why he will not go back and challenge that shenanigan.
It's just very sad, because a lot of people know that they shouldn't be doing this. They know that they're selling their votes, when they go to the polling units and collect food, collect food items, collect a particular amount of money and all that. They know that they are selling their vote. But why is it that they don't care? Because when you sell your votes, do you still have right to criticize the government?
It's like the politician, they have a way of removing the electorate's brain temporarily to do their bidding and then replace it back after they would have won election. Because, in fact, the one that depressed me most was during the last election in Ekiti State, where this Oyebanji emerged as the governor. 2 days to that election, I was in Ekiti as an observer, and I went around the state. They were shouting, Segun Oni, Segun Oni, Segun Oni. On the eve of the election, which was Friday, the table turned when money started rolling in. And the so-called Gen Zs, they were flaunting their 10,000 naira like this, forgetting that that's their future that they are eating with 10,000 naira. And eventually, Oyebanji won that election with a landslide. So, how would you now blame the politician who spent his money to get into office and wants to recoup it times 10? You can't blame him. And so the vicious cycle continues. It's so sad. But that is the reality. It's
really so sad. It's really so sad. It's really so sad. But then we still circle back to the question.
If you go back,
why do Nigerians sell their votes? 2, when they sell their votes and they know what will still come out of it, that this probably means that you will not get the candidates that you want. Why is it that they do not care?
You see, instant gratification is sweeter than delayed gratification.
Okay, everybody wants to get it now.
Now.
Anna, why do you think that Nigerians sell their votes? As in, why do you think that we have this kind of thing where, people sell their votes, politicians give money, and why do politicians give money only during the election time?
It's not always about money. Intimidation and fear is also included. Because in a particular community, you can see...
If they intimidate you, will they still give you money?
they will, definitely. But no, if you are being intimidated, you can see a particular youth in a particular community, a youth come and threaten people to come outside to come and vote. So it's not basically about food or anything, but it's just that.
But the people who they don't have to intimidate, the people who go to the polling unit to vote for somebody else, and then they get there and someone is offering them money.
Hunger and poverty is there.
See, there's no way you can cheat those who are giving you money. You know why?
Because they will sit down there and watch to make sure you do what
you will thumbprint and because as if you want to fan it, you will raise it up like this.
They will be seeing it from afar.
And then you turn around to come and collect your money. It's not as if you'll be giving money before you go and thumbprint.
So why do you think that it's only when it comes to close to election time that's when you see politicians, they'll start being
of what use are you to a politician
because
before
they know
election?
what they are doing, because they know what we are going through. That we are
What is the
outside or
value of
something.
the electorate if election is not near?
Now, wow. All right, it's about 34 minutes before 3 p.m. The phone lines have been ringing off the hook. I know you want to air your opinion right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and the time has come for you to do that. It's been such an interesting conversation right here on the number one station that gives you a voice. My name is Chioma Innocent. I've been your host for today, and of course, Anna, yes, Anna Burume is here with me. We're having a conversation on Buhari versus Tinubu administration, from security to economy to, the welfare of Nigerians. How did both administrations fare? How did the Buhari administration fare? And how's the Tinubu administration doing better or worse, as the case may be? And then on the other hand, we're looking at why Nigerians sell their votes for crab. Mr. Vanny Monotti bust my head past that crab. He said, "What for walako?" I said, "Mama."
You give.
You know when last Mama chop pounded yam?
You give what you can.
Yam is
that will make them excited.
Mr. Vanny, one small yam like this, 3-5. Yam when you know if you cut into 35 pieces, 3-5.
How can you cut your yam?
Even restaurant people know they say asaro again. Because yam is expensive.
Because we are waiting for the new yam.
Even people when they sell chips and chicken, now they use sweet potato. If you want to use a normal Irish potato to do chips and chicken, your money will be double.
No. That's where we are. What can you do?
Crab for votes.
It's expensive, oh.
This one a pounded yam for vote. They did not share snail. They never read the snail, turkey, goat meat.
And this is local government election.
Better protein.
Wait for governorship and presidential.
Okay, maybe governorship they'll share snail. Presidential they'll share turkey.
Yes.
And ostrich meat.
Of course.
Nigeria.
Then
0803.
you see lobster.
0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. You can also send a message on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Remember to keep it short, keep it simple, and please do not use insulting or abusive words. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. What's your name and your location? Welcome to conversation.
My name is Robert. I'm calling from Surulere.
Welcome. Go ahead, please. 1 minute.
Yeah, in my area, they share beans and bread.
Wait, are you serious? Wait. Which area is that?
That's shit at Small London.
They share beans. Hope he was ever going.
I don't even know.
With a gege bread. Okay, you don't follow Chopam. You don't follow Chopam.
We are just past my
See you did dull. You did dull.
Bye.
See, next time, may they serve linguine pasta with prawns. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
So much.
How you doing? Welcome to Matters.
I'm good. I'm fine. Good afternoon. I'm actually calling from Vesta.
Welcome.
It's rather unfortunate here. But a day before that election, one of these APC people asked me if I have voter's card. I said I have voter's card, but not registered in Namu because I was not in Namu at that time. He said if your voter's card would have been, he would have asked me to come tomorrow that he will give me some money. I just did not say anything. But rather, I actually wonder what is happening in Nigeria, that we have gotten to this level of corruption that a woman will come and make this kind of podcast, and the authorities the podcast is everywhere. The authorities are aware, but nothing is done to stop this to happen in the.
Oh dear, give us a call back. 0803-692-9933. Hello.
Hello, yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Joseph is my name and I'm calling from Alagbadu.
Where you thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, it's so unfortunate that these things happen the way they happen this time around. it is as a result of the impoverished society. It's like a deliberate action by our politicians to impoverish our people. And when they bring out stipends like this on the day of election, you see them enjoying and you see them making a whole lot of big deal out of it as if it's something serious. The truth is that until our people begin to see that these things are they equate our future, they equate. It is just like collecting stipends. You know, the speaker was talking about, was trying to measure up how much is going to be 8,000. You know, exchanging 8,000 naira for your future, it's sticking. It's a mentality that we Nigerians need to stand up to and to reject. It's a poverty mentality that has been handed down to us, and we must reject it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your call. I appreciate you for keeping it short and simple. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and location? Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, is this Choma?
Yes, this is Chioma Innocent. What's your name and location, please?
All right. This is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Finland.
Thank you so much.
Crap.
Come back. Let's know what you know.
Wait,
what?
Did you call to laugh at us? You called to laugh at us or what?
Is he not involved? Is he not a Nigerian?
He said he's in Finland.
But he's a Nigerian.
I beg, they go. I don't fit talk. I beg.
Please come back home and come and sanitize this country.
Can you imagine? He called to laugh at us. Diaspora laugh. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
How you doing?
We thank God.
Go ahead, please.
This is Akamwa from Ejibu.
Welcome.
Yeah. This thing, is this a laughing matter? It's not a laughing matter.
Hey, but what can we do?
We don't laugh.
We don't want to get depressed.
I know, but we are suffering in this Nigeria, and everybody knows that we are suffering. And with a token, with a seed of beans, we convince somebody to vote sufferness again for 4 years. Is it right? Only a piece, a one, at a bread of 200 naira. You will vote your sufferness again for 4 years. And you don't know who will be the next. Because when you are child fall sick and you take your child to hospital,
there is not even hospital. There is no hospital. Primary health care is gone.
At bread, will they come and pay your bill at hospital? This is what we will be thinking. Secondly, you talk about young youth and elderly people to be as our president. Elderly people think like children these days. When you are growing old, your mentality, you are thinking we look like a little child. You won't be calculative again, and they will carry you and put in as our president. You leave youth where their brain, they clock, they think. How we do to be like America? You will leave them aside. Put person where they think again. It's funny. That is why we are suffering in this Nigeria. And we turn this thing to laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. I don't laugh. When they give me that, when they want to give me that, I said, you should take this away from my side.
Where is your area?
My area is remember here.
Okay, they share bread and beans for your area too.
I say, want to take my destiny. Take it away from my before they take it away.
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. We appreciate you. 0803-692-9933. 25 minutes before 3 p.m. He said, why are we laughing? See, if we don't laugh at ourselves, we might just cry about the situation. But Nigeria belongs to all of us. We have to do everything that we can to make the country better. But let's talk about the issues for now. Turn down the volume on your radio set. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
What's your name and location, please?
My name is The Truth. In Injustice Country. In my area, gala and minerals was shared.
At this point, I want us to have truthful reports, not fictional reports.
Serious, I can't lie.
Where is your area? Where is your area, Mr. Truth?
Mushi.
You said they share waiting.
Farm Avenue.
Maybe because your population was too high.
Gala and minerals. That's number one.
Did you collect?
Number two, Number 2, are you with me?
I'm with you. Did you collect the sausage roll and
no,
mineral?
I did not move. I just passed by looking at them with annoyance to sell my picture because of porridge, which happened in the Bible. Number 2, I want to go spiritual. What has happened to Buhari is a lesson for Wike of federal, whatever is doing, Wike and Bayo Nanuga and Tinubu. They should remember death will knock one day for them, as I'm going to. They should remember that all of them in power, they should remember they brought nothing. They were born naked and they are going naked. They won't take chichi, kobo. They will just leave everything behind. So they should think and have the mercy of the masses in their mercy and to change for the masses to do well. Concerning what Uke, what you call his name, and Bayo Nanuga, and all of them in all institutions, one day, the trumpet will sound. I leave them for their conscience. They will face the judgment. God will judge them before they leave. See what people are saying concerning the whatever. People are not talking good of him. When they die, what will they be remembered for? Wike, Tinubu, and Bayo Nanuga, what will you be remembered for? Bye.
You know, it's not just them. We're all gonna die someday. Nobody lives forever. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Brother, I greet you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Somebody, my brother, I greet you.
Thank you, sir.
What I will remember Buhari for is during that time of change of currency. How I suffered and my family suffered. We buy money, we buy naira with our own naira. How dangerous the military and the police we at that time they suffer us, the bankers. That is what I will remember. That is what I will remember Buhari for. Again, the elderly ones, the elderly president or the elderly to president or whatever they want to be. I pity them because their mind and their brain does not work at all. And that is why they will not do exactly what we want them to do. The young ones, the Gen Zs, according to Choma, my brother, my sister, they suffer when this government has put the young ones. They will not think well. If you allow them to enter there, they will sell Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. This is Matters and Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Hello.
Hello, Shoma.
How you doing? How you doing?
This is Afun Adam calling from Idimu.
Welcome.
Yeah. You see my test this afternoon about this. Anytime when I hear this man who call our former president called Buhari, I used to get annoyed because I could remember on 1983 that are too small. But I know what they call authority. Now Nigeria begin to suffer. They suffer. And at that time Nigeria begin to carry market for head the hawk because of the regime that time. So that time we don't know who the Buhari. Media but we know. Now the actual president we have that time. So again, we begin to see they send them to go abroad. And they send them abroad and they come say this one to go buy pepper. And then get buy pepper and they overthrow them. So this government, this Buhari time, no time we have Nigeria enjoy them. Now this Buhari time, now we enter what they call COVID-19. After COVID-19. Now Buhari time now.
But not being cause COVID-19
because of bad luck when they bring come for this country.
China only Nigeria COVID-19 do. I beg talk another thing.
There's nothing like COVID-19 in this country.
Okay, thank you very much for your call. We appreciate you. 0803-692 9933. We can only take 2 more calls so that we can take your messages on WhatsApp before some people go begin to crucify me. Say, Chama, take WhatsApp messages. Take WhatsApp messages. 08036929933. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Voice of People FM.
Welcome. What's your name and location, please?
Yes, this is Raymond from Lekki.
Welcome, Raymond.
Yes, you see, I keep saying it time without number. Nigerians are the most politically illiterate citizens in the whole wide world. The rubbish we is not up to Lagos State. And the other is
I can hardly hear you. I can hardly hear you. The line is breaking. Please give me a call back. 08036929933. Thank you for holding on. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for holding on.
Hello, good afternoon.
How you doing? Hello. Welcome to Matters. Please give me a call back. Hello, what's your name and location? Welcome to Matters. Are you there? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Matters.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I can hear you.
Hello.
All right, give me a call back. 08036929933. Let's take 2 more calls. Just 2 more calls. We'll call it today. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. All right, Anna, let's take some messages on WhatsApp.
Okay. Good day, Choma. People that are vilifying Peter Obi for not attending Buhari's burial should know that Peter Obi, Atiku, and Lerufai have paid condolence visit to Buhari family today in Delaware. That is the breaking news. Emeka from Abeso Estate.
All right, go ahead.
So, good afternoon, Choma. What Mr. Fanimo said about Buhari is exactly what my father told me about Buhari. It is unfortunate the system we run in Nigeria that applauds mediocrity to imitate excellence is a serious issue. His name is not written here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, this is Mr.
Just go up. Yes, you can take this message. Take this particular message.
This one.
The one down.
Okay. Choma, good afternoon. Peter Obi should mind how he appears in public skin. His name is on the lips of all these wicked rulers. They are monitoring him like monitoring spirits. They know he's a big threat to Tinubu coming back to Asura. I will advise him to select places he goes to. Chude from Ayetoro.
Go ahead. We're taking your messages on Matters. 0817-175-6338. That's the number you can send a message to. Let's take a message before the program is over. Matters will end by 3 p.m. So call us up. Want to hear from you. Send your message as well. If you give me a call before 10 minutes past 10 minutes to 3, I'll take your call. Welcome to Matters. Hello? Hello, are you there? All right, we're taking your messages on the program right about now. Send your messages to 0817-175-6338. Good afternoon, VOP. There's a okay. I think you sent this message earlier. Thank you. Good afternoon. Why we ask that his soul rests eternally, late President Buhari left a legacy of wickedness to Nigerians by causing them so much hardship and misery. Good afternoon, Chioma. It is not true that insecurity started in Nigeria through the fault of Obasanjo. Buhari and his APC cohorts brought insecurity to Nigeria to unseat good luck. Buhari government put Nigerians into frying pan. Tinubu government put Nigerians into fire. Lawrence from Ikoto. Let's take more messages, Anna.
Hello, VOP. People are eating their destiny in one day. God will deliver this country. Eda Isaac from Idimo.
Okay.
Chioma, the politicians and the government has brought alamijiri politics to the whole Nigerians where it does not work. They use Agbero method to take it uche from heaven. Good afternoon, Chioma and Mr. Falimo. Solomon Asika from Mushin. Mama said they did them well this time, that it was unlike before. That if it is like this, there wouldn't be any problem, and they did not enjoy themselves. There was salmon, jollof rice, chicken, pounded jam, crab. Would you blame Mama? Did you know the last time she ate such? I beg, make Mama unga.
Make we leave Mama alone. Mr. Delefanimo, you have to go. It's about 15 minutes to 3 p.m. We've taken so much of your time. We want to thank you before you go now. You want to leave us without collecting our thanks. You don't want our appreciation.
You cannot buy me what you
want crab.
I want crab. I'll lobster.
But the they did not share pastries, meat pie, chicken pie, donuts.
You have not covered the whole state.
Bread and tea.
Somewhere like
egg.
Lekki, they may serve all that.
Oh, and pasta.
Yes,
Pasta and lobster.
Yes. So
for governorship, we go see turkey, all those kind of things.
Exactly.
My own is, even if you, this is not what it should be, right? But with bread and beans, now what do they chop every day? Bring luxury food. Mr. Delefani, but let's allow you leave. All right. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It's been an interesting conversation. Thank you for making us laugh as well. Have an amazing day. All right, we're taking your messages on the program this afternoon. Before then, let's take this call. Some people have been calling repeatedly on WhatsApp, so we'll just try to take some of your calls, okay, so that we can get to give as many people as we can a chance to contribute to the conversation before we go. Hello, welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you. Go ahead.
From Benin. What I want to say about this issue is that all these politicians, especially all these political actors, they have different problems. Because what I'm seeing here in Nigeria, anyone that will enter this post, that is the same thing, because they are just clamoring about their own selfish interests. So that if they get there, they will start to be doing any other thing, because they will not focus on what Nigeria really wants. They will not focus on what Nigeria really wants. So that is the problem of our political actors here. That is the problem that we have as a Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your call. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location?
Hello.
I can hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Rapo from Ilasa Isolo.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Please, this matter is not a laughing matter, like that the other man said. I called because of that laughing.
I'm sorry.
You guys are, enlightening us, and I'm not interested in politics before, but ever since I began to listen to your radio, that's why I'm like, okay, let me even see what is happening. Let me even see how I can participate. You understand? So you can laugh in any other program about election, giving them something to vote. You don't need to laugh. You have to tell us, correct us. That is what I expect.
Thank you.
So now, in my area, I'm one of the agents, and I have the opportunity to walk around the polling unit. So I saw so many activities. You understand? And what's really annoying me the most is that when some of my friends on the street saw me, they were like, Rafo, you don't join HANEC. So I was like, okay, I used the opportunity to talk to them. Guys, so yeah, when I go vote. They are telling me I should give them money before they vote. That is friends on the street. Oh, you understand? I was like, at this level that we are shouting hunger, I was like, how much I want to give you guys before you vote? What baffled me the most is that some women were like, buy me mineral before I vote. You understand? It's
so people
annoying.
already have that mindset that before they can vote, they are entitled to something.
You said?
I say you feel that some people already have that mindset that before they can vote, they must get something.
Yeah, so they have used that to scatter our brain. But what I'm saying is that at this point, we should be able to correct ourselves and stop collecting that thing before we can vote. Come to the next election and you will see that people will still collect money and vote. So when this country will be better, it can never. Then what I remember Buhari for, what I remember Buhari for is that during Buhari time, my father is struggle on himself to feed himself. But now my father cannot feed himself. A stranger called me 2 months ago that my father fell and hit his on a stone. They had to collect the phone and call. They called me. They were like, your father cannot eat, does not have money to feed, to eat. So now my father cannot eat. I cannot even feed my family. Talking of father. So that's what I remember Buhari for. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. We can't take any more calls at this moment, but let's now take your messages on WhatsApp before we go. Anna, let's look at some of the messages that we have on WhatsApp. So we just take them one after the other. Okay. Chema, good day to you. Peter Obi is now in Katsina meeting the family of late President Buhari. There is a reason that Peter Obi skipped the funeral yesterday. Mike from Festac.
Greetings, VOP. Comparing Buhari and Tinubu system of governance is simple as we have pro and as shaping APC. Unlike slogan of APC, change, which people don't know that it is negative aspect, then INEC man for Mushudi.
Good afternoon, Chioma. I'm glad you're laughing more today. Do that often. It suits you. Onyi, they say make I no laugh. You say make I dey laugh. Who make I follow? Good afternoon, VOP. I collected 2 plates of jollof rice with chicken last Saturday, and I still voted for my choice at Abaranje in Ikotun. I love your energy this afternoon. You are happier today than last week because of this plenty laugh. Thank you for your message, Daniel. Let's take more messages, Anna.
Did Buhari attend Yaradu burial? No way. Reno Mockery is a disaster. Chidike from Isola.
Shoma, please read the above. It says, live your life well so we don't have to lie at your funeral. Take more messages.
Good afternoon, Shoma and Mr. Daly. Our politicians should learn from Buhari's death. Nothing lasts forever. If you desire sympathy, rule and empathy, inducement and strengthening of voters in the order of the APC. It is APC against Nigeria's come 2027. Analyst Anubua from Alagbado.
All right, Nigerian leaders. Good afternoon, Choma. You can see how people are talking about Buhari. Leaders should do the right thing. We all know how people suffer during his tenure. Nigerian leaders should do the needful. People must talk about you when you leave this world. Just take Buhari. People are talking bad about him, which we all know. All right. We also have some comments on YouTube. Let us not ignore the people on YouTube. Even though some people does it for YouTube, they quarrel. £1 equals to 2,400 today. £1 was equal to 1 naira in 1977. That's according to Victor Ajileye. Muhammad Buhari spent 90 days in a private clinic in London, costing Nigerian taxpayers £3,000 rent per day. Nigeria has no direction of travel since 1960. Emody Ralph says a bee is like that tree with sweet fruit which attracts every human being and animals to have a part of it. Little Mistake said, I like this Gen Z in the studio, very informative about politics, and she is beautiful. Favor Ajakbo says, Shama, imagine this type of politics every time. When are we going to get it right in this country? It's so annoying. Okay. Igbo man says Buhari died in please this conspiracy theory. I don't tire. James Manu says Tinubu, who prepared to be Nigerian president for years, what's his achievement in the 2 years that he has spent? He also says Buhari failed everywhere and Tinubu is copying his method of failure. Raymond, you said the woman in red has personal problems. Please, if you don't have anything to say, just don't say anything. Okay, Anna, let's have a conversation before we go. With everything that we have discussed today, what would you say was actually the difference, or like if we were to compare Buhari and Tinubu's administration based on what you saw during Buhari's tenure and now?
There's actually no difference there.
No difference?
No difference at all.
Wow, in what way?
Because I should not use my allowance as use
it.
My monthly allowance
use it.
I know how much I do get when I just entered school, but now,
is it the same amount or is higher?
Okay,
it's not higher. It's the same amount.
No, it's not the same amount.
It's lower.
It's lower,
and it can't do anything for you
at all because I.
Okay, so now your allowance they do you.
Yes,
but also talking about like people selling their vote, why they sell the vote, and why politicians give money and food only during election. What do you have to say about that?
That's why I said it's not actually about the food. It's still about intimidation and the fear that they put in them and the threats that they put in them.
You feel that if they tell them, oh, let's give you, and they don't want, that if they vote for who they want, they might go, these people will come and hurt them.
And since how Nigerians are now, you can give them 2,500. They will value that money. They will never think about the future, what they are going to go through then. It's just this present
time. But can you really blame people when things are so expensive?
I can't blame them at all.
But what would be your advice for Nigerians as a young person talking to, let's say, the Nigerian daddies and mommies, the older generation? What would be your advice for them?
Advice? Even me, I need advice. We are going to survive.
We'll survive, but we have to do the right things if we have to survive. Don't you think so?
Yes, we do.
All right then. My name is Choma Innocent. You have been listening to Matters and Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and I've had Anna Aburume joining me all through the conversation. She's our Gen Z representative for today. We've been comparing the Nigerian economy when Buhari was in power, and now looking at the differences, the policies of the past administration, where it's led us to, if there have been any improvement with this current APC administration of President Bola Tinubu. So don't sell your votes. All right. Local government elections in Lagos have come and gone. The general elections will come in 2027. Let this be a reminder to you. That money you collected on Saturday, the food you collected on Saturday, you know, go belleful you till you reach 2027. So make sure that you're not selling your votes or selling your destiny. Please, it is very, 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 very important. All right. We'll do this again, same time, same station, very, very shortly. My name is Chioma Innocent.
Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Anna Burome.
All right then.
Being on the station.
Yes. It's a pleasure being with you today. All right. Funhouse time with MC Chooks and Dr. Walkie Talkie comes up shortly. Do have an amazing day and remember to do the best that you can to make Nigeria better in your own little corner of the world.